Well, back in March of 2019, I was driving one day from Weybridge to Chertsey when I felt a little small voice inside of me say, there's a building over to your left-hand side. I know now that was the voice of the Holy Spirit, but I was in a meeting or in a rush to get to a meeting and didn't have time to go in that moment. But 3 times that week, I felt the same still voice saying to me, there's a building right over there behind you.
On the same week, I was driving between Weybridge and Chertsey, and just driving along that road, and I was just praying, daydreaming, and I knew I had to turn left to look at something. And I just really felt the Holy Spirit, similar to Mark, saying there's a building in there, there's a house in there for you. And so we met later that evening.
Yep.
We shared what we thought, and we ended up coming here in the wind and the rain. It was about 11 o'clock at night, and we ended up pulling outside this building.
Yeah, we started to pursue it. We started to find out who owned it and was it an option to access it at all. And just seemed at that time as if it wasn't going to happen. There was a lot of opposition. It looked like planning definitely wasn't going to go ahead. And so it went on the back burner really at that time. But then lockdown happened in March, and one day I remember coming downstairs and saying to Monica, I don't think we're meant to go back and do what we were doing before. And Monica felt the same, and so we started to talk about this building that we called the Toshiba building, and we started to look at it again, and since then just doors have started to open.
And we laugh because we've not experienced so many open doors. We've been in ministry for a little while, and just the favor and the doors that are opening, where you find ourselves pleasantly surprised just at the amount of favor that we're experiencing on this journey.
One of the things we're really excited about is this building has nearly 200 car parking spaces. And for those of you who've been in the church for a while, you'll know that parking has been such an enormous challenge for us. We're looking forward to utilizing each and every one of them. One of the things we've been believing for so long is a facility that's big enough to facilitate the size of the vision of Equippers. We want to impact this whole nation and beyond, and we really believe that in this space we are able to create training facilities and all those other things we need to launch right across this nation.
Right at this time, we are dreaming. This space is incredible. We are looking at an auditorium that would seat about 800 people. We want to create space. We believe whatever we create, God will fill. We are in the middle of Weybridge and Chertsey, and our community around us. This building just opens up possibilities that we've not had up until this point, pathways into communities that we've not even experienced before. And we've got amazing facilities. We've got great kids space that we're looking to develop to make a really special place, loads of car parking spaces, and just the possibilities and the potential is enormous.
Well, as we started to open doors, we brought a number of our team down just to come and see the building. In fact, we stood outside and we prayed for it and we called it in. Yeah, one night I was awoken from my sleep, and I happened to look down at the clock and I could see the time, and I don't normally really notice the time, but on this occasion it really stood out to me. It was 3:18 a.m. and I remember just asking the Lord, is this a verse that you've got for us? And I just heard the words Jeremiah, and I looked up Jeremiah 3:18, and it talks all about how in the time God was going to bring the north and the south of his kingdom back together again on a land that was promised to them, that was going to be their inheritance. And I just knew instantly in that moment what God was saying, is there was coming a time when our Weybridge location and our Chertsey location would come back together into a new land. And so we believe that we're standing in what will be the fulfillment of that promise. I want to talk to you for a couple of moments about how you can prepare to give to Impact Offering 2020. The different ways you can do it, whether it's every month giving a little bit, or whether it's giving one lump sum, it's entirely up to you. But here's what I want to encourage you to do. I want you to go to God and invite Him into your conversation. Don't just come up with a sum all by yourself. How about asking the Holy Spirit, what should I give this year? And when you hear His voice, respond to it and be obedient. I want to encourage you to give something that is going to stretch your faith and build expectation that God is going to do something as you obediently give to His leading this year. Maybe you can work out what you can do every month and then add some faith to that so there's some stretch. I know God's going to bless you as you give, so thank you for considering this.